Alright y'all, it's been a little bit since my last video where you seen me fire this thing up by jumping it from the battery to the starter. Well, after that video I ordered a bunch of parts and I ordered some carb rebuild kits. I rebuilt the carburetors. I let them soak for a couple weeks in Pine Sol, and I got out there yesterday and took them out of the buckets of Pine Sol and cleaned them out real good. Pine Sol really cleans carburetors good if you got a a week or so to let them sit. If you was just wanting to clean a carburetor real quick and get it back on your four-wheeler or truck or whatever, don't use Pine Sol. But if you got time to let it sit, Pine Sol works great for cleaning carbs. But here's all my parts that come in. These are the carburetor rebuild kits. These are just empty boxes now. Carbs are already rebuilt, but I wanted y'all to see what all I ordered. Got the bellows kit for connecting for the new bellows on the outdrive. Got distributor cap, rotor, points condenser, spark plug, the oil change stuff. This is what took longest to come in. These took like 3 weeks to come in, and they was only like 2 hours away. Everything else come from all over the country, and they got here in 3 or 4 days. These spark plug wires was only 2 hours away, and it took like 3 weeks for them to get here. But a new alternator belt, water pump impeller, and I ordered drain plugs, 3 drain plugs for the back of the boat, and I ordered the 3M, the 5200, to seal them into the back of the boat once I install them in the back. And the drain plugs have not come in yet, but the 5200 sealant has. And the drain plugs I chose for the back are the 1/2-inch threaded drain plugs instead of the traditional like rubber plugs that you put in and the rubber plug expands and seals the hole. I opted for the 1/2-inch threaded plugs because on Amazon they have LED lights that you can screw into the 1/2-inch threaded plugs and wire them to a switch. So I'm going to order 3 LED blue screw-in lights that'll screw into my drain plugs once I get them epoxied in there. But today what I'm going to do is I'm going to start throwing all these parts at this engine. So y'all come along for the ride. Hey, alright y'all. Unfortunately I ain't going to be able to work on it today as long as I thought. I live down here in Florida and the bottom's about to fall out. It's about to storm. But I got the carbs on. Got all the little linkages hooked up. I left the throttle. This is the throttle cable, goes up to the throttle lever on the dash. But I left it unhooked. That way when I'm sitting here messing with the engine, I can reach over here and give her some gas by hand to tune it or whatever. But I pulled the valve cover off and I cleaned the inside the valve cover, the rockers and stuff, and oiled everything up in there while I had the valve cover off, and kind of cleaned out the little valley in between the carbs and the valve cover. I'm probably going to go through and probably paint parts of this in the future. Probably paint this valve cover an aluminum color and repaint this this cover that goes over the carburetors, paint it nice and blue again. But I'm pretty much having to wrap up right now because it's fixing a storm. So I'm just going to throw this blue rectangle cover back over these carburetors. There's like little filter elements that goes here that I have to clean out. Then I'll put them on, clean these round covers up. These round covers go like that with a little filter element in between them. And then this blue cover has holes cut out underneath, and it sits on top, and these screws through these holes and screws to there. So that's left to do, but I'm fixing to just put this blue cover over the carbs for now and clean up my little mess I got going here, and then head inside, take a shower, and I'll continue on with all the rest of the tune-up and oil change probably tomorrow. So thank y'all for hanging out with me.